Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Westwater Resources Senior Vice President and CFO, Steve Cates. Steve, good to speak to you again. And you've announced this exciting offtake sales agreement with Fiat Chrysler. Of course, Fiat Chrysler being part of Stellantis. So a big step forward for the company.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It is an exciting day. This is a significant contract for us. We've been telling the market that one of the keys we needed in order to progress in our attempts to put debt financing in place was to get another offtake agreement in place. And we couldn't be happier than to partner with someone like Fiat, as you mentioned, part of the Stellantis group and a company that's committed to the energy transition and very well recognized, very well respected. We are excited to have them as a business partner as we move forward.
So, Steve, you're going to be supplying natural graphite and anode material from your Kellyton graphite plant, and that this takes it up to 100% of the production from Kellyton Phase 1.
Correct. This contract, plus the SK On contract we announced earlier, the total volumes, we are completely under contract for 100% of our plant capacity for Phase 1, all the way out to 2031.
So I suppose this puts you in a strong position as you're looking for financing for Kellyton.
Yeah, I think a couple things to just remind the viewers of. The graphite market has been dominated by China for decades. And so there's not a lot of technical ability in producing anode material that sits outside of China. There is some in other countries, but I think the biggest thing, as it's a new industry that is trying to get its legs underneath it here in North America and the United States, for lenders, being able to underwrite a project that has 100% committed volumes, I think is a significant benefit versus underwriting uncommitted capacity that has to be sold in a future spot market.
So, Steve, under this agreement, Fiat Chrysler will be buying products linked to their forecast volumes. And I suppose this gives a bit of certainty for both sides of the part of the equation.
Well, the contract does have specified forecasted volumes. Now, whether or not that is everything that they need or not, we don't work for them. But yes, we have agreed to a forecasted volumes over multiple years, which is very significant and beneficial for us in our planning, as well as beneficial to lenders looking at the project.
How soon will this get going, Steve? Because you'll be supplying to their FCA battery partner plants, is that right?
Correct. We will be most likely supplying to their battery manufacturing partners. And so that begins in 2026 is the start date of the contract.
Okay. In the meantime, you're going to be moving forward with Phase 1 construction, I suppose, once you've got all the financing in place.
Correct. We're going to be taking steps here going forward to down select the lender, go exclusive, and work through the diligence and putting loan documentation in process. And once we have that financing in place, we will continue construction at a rapid pace and get the plant up and running to be able to deliver volumes when the contract forecasts that they're going to be needed.
And then do you then begin looking for additional supply agreements for Phase 2 of Kellyton, Steve?
Yeah, the interesting thing is with the contract that we just announced today, plus the one with SK On, when we go further out a few years and look at how those volumes ramp up, specifically on the SK contract, we actually have begun getting part of Phase 2 volumes under contract with these two, but we do have some remaining capacity on Phase 2. And so we're going to stay focused on customer engagement, sending samples and continue those discussions beyond Phase 1. But the focus right now is let's get Phase 1 up and running, get it financed, and keep creating value for shareholders.
A good position to be in, Steve. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
That's Westwater Resources Senior Vice President and CFO, Steve Cates.